Hi there, my name is Ron Rogers, and I'm going to talk about pilot proficiency. I mean, come on, this is over. It's just overrated. I'm supposed to fly 3 takeoff and landings to a full stop every 90 days. In my tail dragger airplane, I'm supposed to do it in the conventional gear. I mean, come on. I've got 23,000 hours of flight time. Why do I need to do this? Don't I have this figured out by now? I mean, come on. It's pretty straightforward, right? You just take the airplane, you point it there at the runway, and all you have to do is keep it going straight. Once you learn that, why would you ever have to do it again? I mean, it's just so straightforward. But, the trouble with conventional gear, though, they are a little skittish, and crosswinds can be tricky, especially with that low wing into the crosswind. And, and that landing there, does that even with these great struts on the Great Lakes, well, I kind of did plan it there, so I don't know. Maybe I need to look at that just one more time, even with all my flight time. I might need to look at it one more time, but I like to fly my Great Lakes just to fly it. Not that I need the proficiency, although in any 90 days I will have a good 100+ landings just because I like to go out and do that, and I spend the other time doing aerobatics because I can't seem to get everything just perfect all the time. So maybe there's a little need for proficiency, but I mean, come on, really. Look at in the Air Force. Okay, there's a lot of clocks in that, but once you show it to the students, they should get it. They want to be jet pilots, they should be able to do this. And, you get out in the airlines and look at this, that Airbus, I mean, the thing virtually flies itself. It's uncrashable, they tell us. Read the book, you should have it down. And how often do you think these guys fly? I mean, they're all together like that. How often would they have to practice that? Come on, be reasonable here. Once you do it, you just go out and you do air shows. Well, that was my co-pilot here on the Airbus, Steve, and he was Thunderbird lead for 2 seasons, and he flew every day, sometimes twice a day. And he said it was really nice having the same airplane to fly every day because you knew the airplane backwards and forwards. And here I am coming in to land again on the grass field. Okay, let's see if I do it any better this time. Now, I've had one landing, so I should be better here, right? Okay, let's take a look at that. Yeah. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, that looked a lot better. See, all I needed to do is one landing, and I've got it all figured out. So why do I need, to do 3 landings to, full stop? Now, I will admit, the tail dragger aircraft, when you've got airspeed, you come and touch down, everything's pretty easy. It's that flying that, last 20 miles per hour down to stop that it can get interesting, because that's a lot of times when it'll diverge on you, especially because a lot of people aren't paying attention. Now, when I was in the Air Force, okay, the missiles, they guide themselves. This is actually, I was flying chase on this on a Maverick test mission, but, the missiles pretty much fly themselves. And now with the GPS, I mean, you just type in coordinates, maybe it's your ex-wife or something, you type in the coordinates and the bomb does all its own stuff. Well, here's my 310. Now, the biggest part about this is trying to figure out and remember what all those buttons do. So I have to go out and practice the instrument approach just to keep my fingers knowing where to punch things. And after a while, okay, I guess the thing is I am getting a little bit old, so even I got all that flight time. The nice thing about having a lot of flight time is in the back of your mind, it tells you when you're not doing something right, probably a little faster than if you don't have experience. So, maybe that's a good thing. But the one thing I'll tell you, and it's a problem with the military, is the airplanes, the vehicles, the helicopters, everything are just so expensive. With the cutbacks in the military spending, well, there's always cutbacks in military spending. That's been said for 50 years. The guys don't get a lot of flying time, and the gals don't get a lot of flying time. And staying proficient in complex weapon systems, I mean, it is not easy. And that is probably one of the biggest issues. When you go into combat, yeah, you fly a lot. When you fly for the airlines, you fly a lot and you stay proficient. You still need to go over emergencies because they just happen so darn infrequently that unless you practice them, you'll forget how to do them. And then when they do occur, it's so natural because you practice it so much, it's easy. So, yeah, maybe it is good to practice. But, you know, the military, the guys and the gals need the flight time to keep proficient. Yeah, if we're going over there and actually engaging in combat, yeah, you get a lot of proficiency doing that, but if you're in peacetime, it is hard as heck to keep proficient. And like on the A-37, that was the last aircraft I was involved in, there were so many different bombing events, strafing, and all that stuff that keeping proficient was really a challenge. So that are my thoughts, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, as you might have noticed, on proficiency. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.